come on in. What's up? What's good? What's poppin', crack, percolate, what's really good? It is your man, Theo Butler, and welcome to another exciting episode of I Ain't Saying, I'm Just Saying, The Rock with the Nation. Y'all go ahead and clap y'all. Y'all see what we got going on. I like, Theo. So first of all, I didn't know this story sat out here. I'm going to go ahead and tell the truth to shame the devil. Y'all know how I didn't cover this story. And I said, well, T'Challa and Ororo didn't even put hands on each other. They didn't in the main story. You never saw them two really interact. You didn't. Here, though. Brought to us by Jason Aaron, Tom Raney, and Axel Alonso. That would be the writer, that would be the artist, and that would be the editor-in-chief. Let me go ahead and put the photos up here and everything like that. Let me go ahead and start with Jason Aaron. That's him. Tom Raney. Yep, that's him. And Axel Alonso. Theo, what you trying to say? I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. All right. So, wow. So, who struck first? Does it matter? Does the story make sense? I'll let you be the judge and save my piece for later. Long story short, we open up our story up on Utopia with the skies darkening as T'Challa the Black Panther gazes upward at the developing storm. Yes, so much pun intended. As he is struck by lightning. Yes, we are here. The battle that few remember, few even knew about. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold y'all. When I wasn't doing this, when I was relying on other folks, yeah, I come across Avengers versus X-Men. Yeah, folks would talk about that, but this right here, I'm probably the first one covering this particular story. Anyway, the battle that few remember that makes even less sense given the time frame, but considering I'm being so funny when I say that. I wasn't involved in the creative process. Of this story. Should anyone be surprised at how nonsensical this story is? Yeah, this might have been the video needed to be named nonsensical, right? To the point, as the reader, all I can say is no. What? Seriously? Yeah, that's going to be the title of this video. Seriously? Anyways, as she hurls lightning, he absorbs it and throws it right back at her. Clearly, this is, what we saw him do when Anuke blessed him with electrical abilities. My brother's pretty adept at that already. He throws it right back at her. You think as much as they think, T'Challa and Ororo, about their relationship, their love for one another, during this battle, that they talk. It's what came before this? 607, 608, Fantastic Four, Jonathan Hickman, and then David Les. Let's not focus on proper writing. Let's focus on why they shouldn't be together. Do I need to remind anyone the last time we saw them? Like, dead ass. Come on, man. Come see, I can't even get it out my mouth right. Fantastic Four 608. There was no hint of this. Like this vitriol, this animosity. I started with Deadliest of the Species. I started there. I know damn good and well it wasn't there in Reginald Hutton's run. So what? I just go ahead and say, including Aurora's wedding dress in this story, which was designed by an Emmy-winning costume designer, Sean Dudley. I feel, you know how there's a picture right now, a video of a young man dressed up like, right, trying to go into a restaurant, a bar, and they won't let him in there and everything. As a veteran, any American dressing up thinking that's funny, Right. That's exactly how I feel about this. And the story I'm talking about is recent news. Like that's how disrespectful I take this. I don't think I'm the only one. Like, I don't know how Reginald Hudlin feels about it. Probably would never speak on it. Writers definitely have a right to do what they want to do, but yeah, I'm in my feelings about this one. Because I'm just looking at the words and everything like that. Those of y'all that want more, let me know. And when I say more, if you want to know more, because I'm not gonna do all the stuff, but this ain't there's no reason for this. When you go back and read the BS excuses from various columns and stories and everything from the who was ever involved in this process, I don't care what their name is, it's trash. Because writing should make sense. This makes no sense. This was writing with a purpose. Like, what we did was kind of like how we give Dr. Eve Ewing credit for basically not really wanting to acknowledge what Jonathan Ridley did before her. This is Jason Aaron not really wanting to acknowledge anything that came before him. Anything that Reginald Hudlin gave, because Jonathan Mayberry, David List, Jonathan Hickman. He didn't give a damn. He didn't give a damn. And since Axel Alonso was the editor-in-chief, safe to say he didn't give a damn. Once again, John Raney, the artist, because at any point in time, any one of these gentlemen could have said no. Their fragile male egos have them cop blocking, essentially what it is, a fictional characters due to their own mental faculties. Whatever that is, something about them, something inside them made them feel like this union was wrong to the point where they couldn't even do it the justice of giving it the proper writing. See, the thing is, if you want to break them up, cool. The writing has to make sense, though. There was nothing before this. This literally came out of left field. This is no different than you having had 3 months, 3 years of nothing but blissful happiness with your partner to come home from work and they say to you, I want a divorce. I don't love you anymore. Even though the night before was something special. Yeah, I'm on my soapbox. That said, we do get some technological savagery on T'Challa's part as he executes countermeasures for mutant X-85, i.e. Ororo. And before anyone asks, how could he? If she would have ever go rogue, Emma did possess her before, become possessed, or were he to face a mutant or a non-mutant with similar powers, he better have countermeasures in place. And allow me to say this. If Steve, Tony, Reed, Charles, Black Bolt, Namor, Vic, and Dracula don't have countermeasures in place for him, they fools. There you go. Now, let's address this dialogue. Don't dare blame this on the Phoenix. You mean don't point out that this story was used, the Phoenix story was used as an excuse to break up 2 characters that sensibly should still be together? Don't blame this on the Phoenix story. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Yeah, straight up and down, straight like that. Don't matter where I see you, you got it. You got it coming. You got to answer for it. Because I want to know what made you want to go in this direction. And I don't want to hear one of them lame ass excuses talking about we don't want to feel forced to put 2 black characters together. Because I read that trash. It's trash. Because you can put 2 white characters together. You have no problem doing that. Right? Right. And yes, their ethnicity should play a part in them being together as opposed to keeping them apart. Yeah, I would, but I ain't even gonna waste my time throwing flags on the play because this is when you comfortably get to go to your Comic Cons, your conventions, rest on your laurels, and have folks come in and glaze you up like fanboys as opposed to ask you about your writing. See, if you can get credit for great writing, then you should be held accountable for trash writing. But folks don't want to do that. No, we're not doing that over here. If I'm gonna prop you up publicly, and I have no problem doing it, then I'm gonna get in that ass publicly when you deserve it. This is trash. This is trash. This is trash. I'm just sorry it took the end of the world for me to see. Doom War wasn't world ending. Anubis potentially running amok in the world with the knowledge of Amun-Ra wasn't world ending. What about them stories when T'Challa and Ororo were members of the Fantastic Four and when none of them were ending? Why? Because it went in the X-Men book. What a terrible husband you are. It's either a lot of deliberate lies being written here, or this is when Jonathan Hickman was going to write, she was acting hormonal because she was pregnant. Because I don't, like I said, I've covered, and I don't. He's a terrible husband. What's the definition of terrible? Let's see here. That's crazy. Other than that, this is just bad writing to fit a bad narrative to justify a bad decision. I'm gonna say that one more time, because if this ain't got nothing to do with her hormones and everything like that, right? This is bad writing to fit or push a bad narrative to justify a bad decision. That's what this is. He was always too cold. And she was always too hot-blooded. He's calculated. That he is. She's like a sister mother to those she meets. Cold-blooded. I'm going to say too cold and hot-blooded. She was never going to be happy there. Weren't they just in Wakanda? What was she in Wakanda when he was in Hell's Kitchen? Didn't she want him to come back to Wakanda? So glad I reviewed them stories. Thank God we never had children. So in essence, thank God they were never officially written with children, because once again, somebody's fragile male ego. The "I will always love this man" line. Yeah, it sounds good. And the picture of them swapping spit, embracing one another one last time, does not do anything in regards to her taking off her wedding ring and leaving it on the ground. I bet it ain't never been done like this. And when I say been done like this story, their breakup, it ain't been covered nowhere like this, nowhere on social media. I know. I'm a Black Panther fan. I ain't the first one. I'm the first one talking about it because I'm surprised I came across it. I'm not surprised. I'm just, damn it, I ain't come across it before me. This is what I'm saying. And I didn't talk to us, my brother Daryl. I didn't talk to Mr. Ray Smith. I didn't talk to other Black Panther experts. Ain't nobody talked about this. Why might that be? Either A, we didn't know, or B, we did know, because it's quite a few popular comic book reviewers out here, experts out here and everything like that. They ain't never told you this. They're not. They have it. It happened. That embrace, it does not justify the wanting ignorance, stupidity, bigotry, prejudice of writers, editors when it comes to characters. Yeah. You can give me a steak dinner, but if you put it on a trash can, flip that lid upside down, yeah, I'm straight. So my thoughts. This video, it's taking way too long. The artwork is nice. The writing would have been brilliant if the two characters were trending in this direction, as I alluded to earlier. If they were headed toward a breakup prior to this story, cool, no problem. They weren't. This was a complete 180. Yep, a deviation from what was being built up. If anything, Ororo and T'Challa should have played peacemakers in this event, as they should have been seen as the common bond between the two groups. A moment was missed here. If Steve Rogers can run the uncanny Avengers, which is comprised of Avengers, mutants and non-mutants, right? It's crazy because that's literally what damn near every team is. Even the X-Men have been comprised of non-mutants at times. Why couldn't T'Challa and Ororo both be on the same team comprised of mutants and non-mutants, Avengers and X-Men alike? As someone once said, if someone wants to do something, they'll find 1,000 ways to get it done. If they don't, they'll come up with 1,000 excuses. Well, I look at who was involved, and I take into consideration the stories I read and I reviewed for this channel. 2 + 2 don't get you 4. Clearly, they weren't thinking about me as a Black Panther fan or any Black Panther fans. I would dare say Storm Aurora Monroe fan. It could have been. As a comic book fan, they weren't thinking about you, nor were they thinking about you as a person. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. That said, we out. Special shout out to all the channel members who make this possible. My brother D-Real, my brother the Kimoyo King, the head Dora Self-Made Kent, my spiritual advisor Grand Madam Tarot, my elder Mr. Ray Smith, the moderator himself D. Steezle, Mrs. Vicky Teachey Tabby, the Diabolical Nerd, and last but not least, my fellow devil dog Juju Rose. And to all our subscribers, I thank you for continuing to support the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification button. Leave a comment. That's what helps this channel grow. And we will be coming back tonight with a special live to talk about where we stand right now, now that y'all got this video, I can't wait. Going all the way back to Reginald Hutland to where we stand currently. It's going to be called, seriously, a live discussion. That's what we're going to call it. Seriously, a live discussion. That said, we out. In the meantime, in between time, till next time, don't forget that like button, that subscribe button. And remember the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.